Guys, since I've already proven that non-metallic metal gold can be done in 2 steps, let's see whether we can do non-metallic metal steel in as little steps as possible.
Folded within each one of us, that the entirety of the cosmos is.
So guys, in my previous video, I've already shown that I can do non-metallic metal gold in 2 steps. It's really simple and I've covered some key concepts and you might just want to check that out. But anyways, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys in a similar vein of how you can paint up your own non-metallic metal steel very quickly in just 3 steps. Because this technique is very quick and very efficient, it's definitely scalable, and you can use this technique to paint out vast amounts of armies very quickly, or even an entire board game such as Massive Darkness, which has recently just reached our studio. So for today's lesson, we're going to cover non-metallic metal steel. It's a little bit more complicated because it needs to reflect the environment. That's why it needs one extra stage compared to the non-metallic metal gold. I've already covered the key concepts previously in the non-metallic metal gold video, so you can check it out, links in the description below. So let's not waste any more time, let's get all these colors ready.
Wow!
And let's get to it. So for the first stage, of course we're going to use contrast and allow it to do all the heavy lifting. Right here, I'm going to be using Basilicanum Grey, and Basilicanum Grey allows me to create this very dark grey shadow as well as a fake edge highlight right here. When you're painting non-metallic metal steel, it's always very important to remember this step, the midtones that reflect the environment. As you can see right here, I'm going to be using pale blue to reflect the sky. Although pale blue is very desaturated, that tinge of blue is very important when selling the effect. Here comes the final stage. I'm going to be using pale sand, which is kind of like a warm white, to paint the highest highlights. Why? Because the sun is warm, so this reflects the temperature of the light source rather than the environment. At this point of time, also remember that you should paint within the pale blue to give a more convincing effect. And remember the direction of the light. And there we have it, non-metallic metal steel in just 3 steps, encompassing all the concepts that I covered before. I hope you found this useful and I hope that you can apply this onto your armies as well as your board games. Whoa, how was that? That was really quick, right? So those were the 3 steps of how you can paint up your own non-metallic metal steel for your armies as well as your board games. So we've already covered how to paint non-metallic metal steel in 3 steps. If you are interested to find out more, why not click this video here where I cover how to paint non-metallic metal gold in just 2 steps.